Do you ever tell yourself that you're a failure in life? That you've made the wrong decisions? That you're going nowhere? Well, I've been telling myself these things for years, and it's hard not to. I can't afford a home. I can't afford to support kids. I feel like I have no real career. But I've got to remind myself that there are positives. So I decided to write down all my negative thoughts to see where my head is really at. And now I'm going to go through them to see if I can change my mind and your mind too. So the first one I've got here is I will never be able to afford a home. And there's many of my friends and people that I know that have had to move back in with their parents. Buying a house is really hard. I was almost at the point of being able to get a mortgage, and then my income fell through and I was no longer able to get that mortgage anymore. And it does feel like I'm a failure when I can't do that. But I can't let my self-worth and my happiness be wrapped up in the fact whether I can afford a mortgage or not. There's many of us out there that can't afford a mortgage, and I should just be grateful that I have the support of loved ones and a roof over my head. The next one I've got here is I will never earn a decent wage. It feels like the amount that I earn is never enough. It's never enough coming in. There's never enough for me to do things. There's never enough for me to save up. But when I take a step back, as long as I'm living below my means and I'm able to put some money away, then it's okay. Life is fleeting. This one's been hitting me hard. It wasn't that long ago I was a young person, and now I'm in my 30s, and I think that a lot of you watching will feel this too. It's like your adolescence has been and gone. And everyone says it when you're younger. Your youth goes quickly. Savour today because you'll be old tomorrow. And life is just passing me by quicker and quicker each day. And it's freaking me out. I'm stuck in the routine of doing the same thing day in, day out. And it makes the day go faster. And suddenly days have gone by, weeks have gone by, months have gone by. Years have gone by. So the most important thing when worrying about this is to not worry about it. Just take a step back and enjoy the now, because we never know how long now really is. Am I doing the right thing? How can we ever really know if we're doing the right thing until we reach hindsight? It's only once you've done one thing and then time has passed and you can look back and you can realise that was the right thing to do. So I think questioning whether you're doing the right thing or not is an interesting question and something that you can only really answer in retrospect. And the best thing that we can do is actually just make the decisions with the information that we have at the time. I'm a failure. I feel like this on a daily basis, and that's because I look at the results of my work and I don't focus on doing the work. When I'm making YouTube videos, I end up staring at the views, the analytics, and I get sad because I think, where's all the views? I'm focusing on the part of my work that I can't control. But what I can control is the inputs. How much time I spend on a video, how much thought I put into a video, how many videos I make. I should focus my attention on the inputs, not the outputs that I have no control over. The views, I can't control if someone watches my videos. And just in the same way, you can't control if someone wants to purchase something that you've created or part of your business, but you can control your marketing. You can control what you put into that product, how much thought you put into it, but you can't make someone want it. So next time that you think that you're a failure, stop thinking about the results of your work and think about what you can do to add to your work or do more of it. I don't think that I'm on the right job. And this just comes down to me not seeing results of what I'm doing. I get confused and I feel lost thinking, am I doing the right thing? And I question my day job as well, where I work in an educational setting. And it isn't because I don't enjoy my job, because I do, but it stems back to when I couldn't get that mortgage. And then I hear from some of my co-workers that their bank account is empty. They're waiting for their next paycheck to come in so they can pay bills. And it freaks me out. And I think, should I even be working here? But then the job is so satisfying. I get to help people and I get to talk to people. It's the only time I really get to socialise. And I find the job really rewarding in that way. So I would say in that sense that I am in the right job. We are all connected. Now, this is an interesting one because I see the way that my behaviours affect the people around me. When my friends suggested to me to start running, I did start running. And then my friends started running, my fiance started running, and those people around me started running. When I started drinking Huel back in the day, I found it such a positive experience that my friends started drinking Huel, and the people around me started seeing the positives as well. But equally so, I've seen the ways that I've affected people in negative ways. When I was in college, I was a smoker, and those people that were around me started smoking as well. So I really do feel that we are all connected, and the behaviours that you choose to do directly affects the people that you are closest to. I feel like I'm going nowhere with YouTube. Now, this comes back to me focusing my energies and efforts into looking at analytics and the outputs of my work. It's a mistake for me to wrap my sense of self-worth with the outputs of what I do. I should just focus on those inputs. Is my effort pointless? Again, this is just more of the same. Does anyone care? Potentially not. When I upload a video, it doesn't mean people care. People probably don't care, but that's okay. And in a way, it can be freeing to know that people don't care. You can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, you should just do the thing that you're thinking about and not worry about judgment, because people really don't care. Might as well enjoy today. Might be dead tomorrow. I don't think I've got much more to add to that one. I don't want to waste her time. In brackets, Lollypop lady. So I was walking to the gym and it was early morning. People were still going to school. There was a Lollypop lady. She was doing nothing and I wanted to cross the road. But I thought in my head, I don't want to bother her. I don't want to make her have to stand there with the stop sign. So I will walk down the road and then cross the road when I get the opportunity to. And in a way, I think this is me putting myself down, telling myself that I am not worthy. You see, the Lollypop lady wasn't doing anything and she was just doing her job. She was letting other people cross the road, so why can I not join in? Well, this is where I'd like to talk about core beliefs. What do you truly believe about yourself in that moment? And when I look back at that moment, I'm telling myself that I am not worthy. And I think this is a good note to look at because it makes you think, what are your core beliefs in any given moment? What are you telling yourself that you are right now? Think about the thoughts that you have and what do they really mean? Right now, me recording, telling you what I think, I'm telling myself that I am worthy. So give it a go. Think about a time where you made a particular decision and think to yourself, what was my core belief in that moment? Where did my youth go? So this comes back to the sense of fear of aging. It really wasn't that long ago that I was a young person, and it feels like it's just gone. I don't think anything really ever prepares you for aging either, and it's only going to get worse as time goes by. So the best thing is to try and make peace with it. What is my identity? This is a tough one. Who am I? Who are you? I find this one hard to answer. Am I a YouTuber? Am I just a human being? I think, therefore I am. Maybe that's enough. I've got no friends and no one to hang out with. Well, the first one isn't true, but the second one is often. And this has only got worse as I've got older. My friend group has shrunk. Yes, I'm still in contact with people from, say, school or college, but it's just a message or two on instant messaging. There's only a very, very small select few that I actually see in person. And this is why I like going to the gym so much. It's that community centre for me. I get to go to the gym and I talk to people who live in my local area. I get to socialise. And this is something that I've personally found very tough since giving up alcohol, giving up drinking and smoking and those things that you do when you go out and socialise. Because at the end of the day, what else do I do? As a health conscious person, what do? I go out for a run and then I go to the gym And then what? And I think it's so easy to let a feeling of isolation come over me. And perhaps you may feel the same. I often just spend most of my time in my office at my computer when I'm having free time. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what else to do. I'd love to know, do you experience this? Is this a problem for you, or is it just something for me? And the last one that I've written down is I don't know what to do with myself. I'm stuck in such a routine where I eat the meals that I have at the exact same time, I go to the gym, I make YouTube videos. And then what else is there? I've lost that feeling of excitement. I used to get excited for new video games. I used to get excited about other things that I was doing. But there just isn't anything else going on. And oftentimes I find myself just sitting at the computer and browsing the Steam store, looking for a feeling that is no longer there. And this is where I lean on going to the gym. But I end up going to the gym too much because I sit there and I think, well, today is a rest day. I should not go to the gym. But then if I have free time, I think to myself, well, what else do I do? So I end up going to the gym. And this really hit me hard the past week because I found myself with nothing else to do. I was bored and lonely. So I went to the gym and I've dug myself into this pit of fatigue. And I found myself not having energy to even feel emotions because I just kept going to the gym with no rest day. At the end of the day, I just need some more hobbies or some more friends that I can hang out with and have a shared interest with. So those were my negative thoughts that I have been feeling. And I've written them all down and I've shared them with you now. And if any of you have felt that these negative emotions are something that you've experienced, I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below and maybe we can talk about it. Thanks for watching.